The name Osama bin Laden for over a decade echoed across the globe, synonymous with terror and extremism. Born into wealth in Saudi Arabia, bin Laden's path diverged drastically from expectations. He chose a calling fueled by a radical interpretation of Islam and resentment towards the West. This path led him to become the world's most wanted fugitive, the mastermind behind Al-Qaeda. His influence extended far beyond his physical presence, inspiring a generation of radicals. Bin Laden envisioned a world where Islamic law reigned supreme, free from Western influence. To achieve this vision, he orchestrated a global campaign of terror, targeting symbols of Western power. Bin Laden's rise began in the Soviet-Afghan War, where he united jihadists under Al-Qaeda. This marked the birth of a global terror network, striking fear into millions. The bombings of U.S. embassies in East Africa and the September 11th attacks solidified his status as the world's most wanted man. These attacks triggered the War on Terror, leading to the invasion of Afghanistan and the toppling of the Taliban regime. Despite relentless pursuit, bin Laden remained elusive, issuing threats through video and audio recordings. For years, intelligence agencies painstakingly pieced together clues to bin Laden's whereabouts. The hunt for bin Laden became an all-consuming global manhunt. Every lead and shred of information was meticulously analyzed. Finally, on May 2, 2011, a team of U.S. Navy SEALs stormed a compound in Abbottabad, Pakistan. The raid resulted in the death of Osama bin Laden, marking a turning point in the fight against terrorism. His demise was met with relief and jubilation worldwide. In the aftermath, a treasure trove of information was recovered from his compound. The Abbottabad raid, codenamed Operation Neptune Spear, was a daring military operation. Under darkness, U.S. Navy SEALs infiltrated Pakistani airspace, targeting a fortified compound. The operation was the culmination of years of intelligence gathering. The SEALs encountered fierce resistance, a firefight erupting within minutes. They moved swiftly, securing crucial evidence, including computers and documents. On the third floor, they found and killed Osama bin Laden. Among the assets seized during the raid was a collection of computers and hard drives. This digital haul contained a vast library of documents, images, videos, and audio files. It represented an unprecedented intelligence windfall, a potential Rosetta Stone for deciphering Al-Qaeda's workings. Intelligence analysts began the daunting task of decrypting and analyzing the massive volume of data. Each piece of data was meticulously examined for any clue it might hold. The files recovered from bin Laden's compound provided a glimpse into Al-Qaeda's inner workings. They contained detailed records of the organization's finances, recruitment strategies, and operational plans. The files revealed Al-Qaeda's global reach, with communications spanning continents. Beyond operational details, the files offered a chilling portrait of bin Laden himself. His personal correspondence revealed a man deeply involved in strategic planning and daily operations. Analysts uncovered startling revelations about bin Laden and Al-Qaeda. Bin Laden remained actively involved in directing the organization's operations. Far from being a figurehead, he was deeply engaged in strategic planning. The files revealed a growing rift within Al-Qaeda over the indiscriminate killing of Muslim civilians. These internal debates highlighted the complex dynamics within the organization. The hard drive revealed a carefully constructed propaganda machine. Bin Laden had amassed a vast library of videos, audio recordings, and documents for dissemination. These materials aimed to reach a broad audience and inspire new recruits. The propaganda sought to shape public opinion and influence the narrative surrounding Al-Qaeda. Bin Laden and his lieutenants attempted to portray themselves as righteous warriors fighting against oppression. The hard drive offered a glimpse into bin Laden's personal life. The files revealed a man deeply devoted to his family, writing affectionate letters to his wives and children. There were videos of family gatherings, moments of levity and tenderness. These intimate glimpses painted a complex and disturbing picture. The dissonance between his personal life and his brutal ideology was jarring. The hard drive revealed cracks in Al-Qaeda's facade, exposing internal disagreements. Letters revealed growing concerns about the group's strategy and targeting of Muslim civilians. These dissenting voices challenged bin Laden's authority. The files also revealed growing frustration over the lack of progress towards their ultimate goal. These internal divisions hinted at a potential vulnerability within Al-Qaeda. Among the most revealing documents were letters penned by bin Laden himself. In these missives, he railed against the West and outlined his vision for a global jihad. The letters revealed a keen awareness of the power of media and propaganda. Bin Laden was actively engaged in shaping the narrative surrounding Al-Qaeda. He sought to exploit public opinion to his advantage. The hard drive offered a glimpse into a world of contradictions. It revealed the banality of evil, the mundane details of life interspersed with plans for global terror. The files painted a complex portrait of a man driven by a toxic ideology, yet capable of human emotion. They provided valuable intelligence on Al-Qaeda's operations and inner workings. The intelligence gleaned from bin Laden's hard drive proved invaluable in the fight against Al-Qaeda. The files provided a detailed roadmap of the organization's operational structure. This intelligence enabled counterterrorism agencies to disrupt plots and dismantle cells. One significant revelation was the discovery of Al-Qaeda's External Operations Unit, the Kunar Bureau. The files contained details of ongoing plots against Western targets. This intelligence proved crucial in thwarting attacks and saving lives. The hard drive offered a window into the twisted ideology that fueled Al-Qaeda's violence. The files contained a vast library of religious texts and bin Laden's own writings. Analyzing this material provided valuable insights into their worldview and methods of radicalization. Bin Laden skillfully manipulated historical grievances and religious texts to justify their calls for violent jihad. Understanding this propaganda was crucial for countering their message and preventing the spread of their ideology. The hard drive shattered the myth surrounding bin Laden. The files revealed a man consumed by his own ego, obsessed with his public image. He micromanaged everything from propaganda releases to target selection. The files also revealed a man increasingly isolated and paranoid. This paranoia likely contributed to his undoing, leading him to make strategic mistakes. While the hard drive showcased Al-Qaeda's ambitions for global jihad, it also exposed the limitations and frustrations they faced. The files revealed growing tensions within the organization, as some questioned bin Laden's leadership, criticized his strategic decisions, and expressed doubts about the feasibility of achieving their goals. The dream of a global caliphate seemed increasingly distant, even as they celebrated each successful attack. The files also highlighted the challenges of maintaining a cohesive ideology across a geographically dispersed and culturally diverse network. Bin Laden's pronouncements, often focused on his narrow interpretation of Islam and fueled by his personal grievances, resonated less with those facing different realities on the ground. This disconnect between leadership and foot soldiers created friction within the organization and hindered their ability to operate effectively. The legacy of Osama bin Laden and Al-Qaeda extends far beyond the rubble of the World Trade Center or the files found in his compound. Their acts of terror ushered in an era of heightened security measures, global surveillance, and endless wars fought in the name of combating terrorism. The world, forever scarred by the events of 9/11, grapples with the consequences of that fateful day, struggling to find a balance between security and freedom, tolerance and suspicion. The hard drive, a chilling reminder of the human capacity for hatred and violence, also serves as a testament to the importance of understanding our enemies. By delving into the minds of terrorists, by dissecting their ideology and exposing their vulnerabilities, we can hope to develop more effective strategies for combating extremism and preventing future atrocities. The fight against terrorism is not just a military campaign. It is a battle of ideas, a struggle for hearts and minds, and a constant effort to build a world where such violence can no longer find fertile ground. The intelligence gleaned from bin Laden's hard drive had a profound impact on the global fight against terrorism. It provided a treasure trove of actionable intelligence, allowing counterterrorism agencies to disrupt plots, dismantle cells, and apprehend key figures within Al-Qaeda's network. The detailed information on their operational structure, communication methods, and recruitment strategies enabled a more targeted and effective approach to dismantling the organization from within. This shift towards intelligence-driven counterterrorism, prioritizing the disruption of networks over large-scale military interventions, marked a turning point in the fight against Al-Qaeda. Furthermore, the hard drive highlighted the critical importance of international cooperation in combating terrorism. The global reach of Al-Qaeda's network, evident in the communications and connections spanning continents, underscored the need for intelligence sharing and coordinated action between nations. The revelations from Abbottabad served as a catalyst for greater collaboration, fostering partnerships between intelligence agencies worldwide to track down terrorists, disrupt their financing, and counter their propaganda. The contents of the hard drive did more than just inform counter-terrorism efforts. They also significantly shaped public perception of bin Laden and Al-Qaeda. The image of bin Laden as a charismatic leader, a warrior poet inspiring a global jihad, was shattered by the banality of his personal correspondence and his obsession with micromanaging a terrorist organization. The man who once captivated audiences with fiery speeches was revealed to be a paranoid recluse, isolated and distrustful even of his closest lieutenants. This shift in perception was crucial in undermining Al-Qaeda's propaganda efforts. By exposing the hypocrisy and the mundane realities behind the carefully constructed image of righteous struggle, the hard drive helped to delegitimize their ideology and diminish their appeal to potential recruits. The humanization of bin Laden, paradoxically, contributed to the dehumanization of his cause. While the death of bin Laden and the intelligence gathered from his compound dealt a significant blow to Al-Qaeda, it did not eradicate the threat of jihadist terrorism. In the years since Abbottabad, the organization has proven to be remarkably resilient, adapting to pressure, decentralizing its structure, and inspiring a new generation of affiliates and offshoots. The ideology of violent jihad, disseminated through online platforms and fueled by ongoing conflicts and grievances, continues to attract followers across the globe. The hard drive, while providing invaluable insights into Al-Qaeda's past operations, also served as a stark reminder of the constantly evolving nature of the threat. The information gleaned from Abbottabad, while still relevant, needs to be continuously reassessed and updated in light of new trends, tactics, and ideologies emerging within the global jihadist movement. The trove of data recovered from bin Laden's compound highlighted the increasingly digital nature of the fight against terrorism. The vast library of propaganda videos, recruitment materials, and operational documents underscored the importance of the Internet as a battleground for hearts and minds. Counterterrorism efforts have had to adapt to this reality, developing strategies to counter online radicalization, disrupt terrorist communications, and control the narrative in the digital space. This digital battlefield presents both challenges and opportunities. While the Internet allows extremist groups to spread their message globally and connect with potential recruits in ways unimaginable just a few decades ago, it also provides counterterrorism agencies with new tools and avenues for monitoring their activities, disrupting their networks, and countering their narratives. The fight against terrorism in the 21st century will be fought not just on the ground, but also in the vast and ever-evolving digital landscape. The Abbottabad raid, culminating in the death of Osama bin Laden and the seizure of his meticulously guarded digital archive, marked a watershed moment in the global fight against terrorism. The hard drive, a Pandora's box of secrets, provided an unprecedented glimpse into the mind of a terrorist mastermind, revealing the inner workings of Al-Qaeda, the motivations driving its ideology, and the chilling ambitions that fueled its campaign of violence. The intelligence gleaned from this digital treasure trove proved invaluable, enabling counterterrorism agencies to disrupt plots, dismantle cells, and apprehend key figures within the network. It also shattered the carefully constructed myth surrounding bin Laden, exposing the banality, paranoia, and contradictions that lay beneath the facade of the warrior poet. Yet, the hard drive also served as a stark reminder of the complexity and enduring nature of the terrorist threat. While the death of bin Laden and the intelligence gathered from his compound dealt a significant blow to Al-Qaeda, it did not eradicate the ideology that fueled its rise. The hydra of jihadist terrorism, capable of regenerating even after losing its head, continues to pose a threat, adapting to pressure, decentralizing its structure, and inspiring new generations of recruits. The hard drive, a time capsule from a specific moment in the evolution of Al-Qaeda, provided a snapshot of the organization's past, but it could not fully predict the trajectory of its future mutations. The fight against terrorism, as illuminated by the revelations from bin Laden's hard drive, is a multifaceted and constantly evolving struggle. It requires a nuanced understanding of the ideologies that fuel extremism, the grievances that terrorists exploit, and the complex interplay of social, political, and economic factors that contribute to radicalization. Military might alone, while necessary at times to disrupt terrorist networks and prevent attacks, is insufficient to win this war of ideas. Counterterrorism efforts must prioritize not just the dismantling of terrorist organizations, but also the prevention of radicalization in the first place. This requires addressing the root causes of extremism, promoting tolerance and understanding between communities, and providing alternative narratives to counter the siren song of jihadist ideology. It also necessitates engaging in a battle of ideas within the digital realm, where extremist propaganda spreads like wildfire and recruitment efforts target vulnerable individuals. The legacy of Osama bin Laden and the events of 9/11 continue to shape the world we live in. The global fight against terrorism has had a profound impact on everything from national security policies to individual freedoms, often at the expense of civil liberties and privacy. The hard drive, a stark reminder of the human capacity for hatred and violence, also serves as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and our collective determination to confront extremism in all its forms. As we navigate the complexities of the post-9/11 world, it is essential to remember the lessons learned from bin Laden's hard drive. The fight against terrorism is not just a military campaign. It is a battle for hearts and minds, a struggle to uphold our values, and a constant effort to build a world where such violence can no longer find fertile ground. It is a fight that requires vigilance, cooperation, and an unwavering commitment to justice, tolerance, and the inherent dignity of all human beings.